Okay, welcome back. In this video we're going to be talking about weld spatter and what you can do to prevent weld spatter from sticking to your MIG nozzle. So when you are welding, you're going to get spatter. You're going to get little pieces of metal stuck to the inside of this nozzle. And why that's a problem is because if you get too much spatter stuck in there, it's going to restrict the gas flow coming out. So you got to make sure that you keep the nozzle relatively clean. You know, you're going to get spatter stuck to it, but you want to make sure you keep it relatively clean so the gas flow isn't restricted. And if you're seeing problems like porosity in your welds, it could be because you've got too much spatter stuck in your nozzle. So there's several things that you can do about that. The first one is these MIG pliers are made specifically for, here, let me put the nozzle back on and I'll show you. These MIG pliers are really handy. They have these little holes right here where you can take a hot nozzle off without using your hand. Take the nozzle off. They've also got a feature on here where you can take the contact tip off. So it's got these little round circles right here. They'll grip the nozzle and the contact tip, and you just unscrew it. And then the last feature why these are good for keeping spatter off your nozzle is because you take the nozzle off, and these little noses that stick out on the end of these pliers, they go right in there. They're designed to do that. You just spin this thing around, get the spatter off your nozzle, and reinstall your nozzle. And as simple as that. I think these are pretty much a necessary tool to have when you're working with a MIG welder. Also, you've got non-stick sprays, and this happens to be cooking spray, pan cooking spray. And you can use any kind of spray that you get at a welding supplier. And I personally have never used PAM spray on my nozzle, but I've read that it works good for people to keep the spatter from sticking. So you might want to give it a try. They make commercial non-stick sprays at the welding suppliers that you can get, but they also make Nozzle Dip. And Nozzle Dip is basically it's kind of a gel, like a jelly-like stuff, jelly-like substance, and you just dip the nozzle right down in there, about 1/4 of an inch. And you always want to do it when it's hot. I just did it and it's not hot, but that's okay. You always want to make sure that the tip is hot. Dip it down in there about 1/2 an inch, and this stuff will keep the spatter from sticking to your MIG nozzle. I don't really think that this stuff, I really would stick with the Nozzle Dip instead of spraying this, because remember at the end of your MIG gun, you've got up in there, you've got holes that the gas is coming out of, and when you get to spraying stuff down in there, I just don't think it's the best thing for your MIG gun. So those are 3 techniques that you can use to keep the spatter off of your MIG gun. And that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video.